Hi, my name's Ruan. This is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl, and today I'm doing part 2 of my sewing room makeover. So this is the end part of it. Beginning part, end part. The beginning part was a few weeks ago. I've been trying to hold on because I still need new carpet. But hear me when I say this is my husband's job, that he's taken it upon himself, which means I'll probably have a carpet in 2053, something like that. So we're just gonna have to go with it, otherwise you will never know what's happened to my sewing room and you'll be forever in limbo. So we're gonna go with it as it is. I've absolutely no idea how I'm gonna do this. I'm literally just speaking out loud like I do. I don't really plan anything, I just think, oh, let's just do that today, let's go for it. What I'll do is I'll probably add bits in here and there, maybe some photos of before, some photos of after. But yeah, bear with me because, you know, I'm not professional or that lot, so I might just literally take you with me. But obviously now I know from my last one that I can't just flip you on my phone. I have to stop, start, edit it together, which isn't my finest points, is it? Let's face it. But all I can say is I am super chuffed with it. I love coming in here now. There's still a few things that I'd like to do. And there's still a few things that I'm kind of in the progress of. But yeah, I just want to be in here all the time. My poor family, they don't really see me if they're at home and I'm in here, because I can just shut the door and just get on with it. And I absolutely love it. So if you remember rightly, before, this had like a beigey gold and pink toned wallpaper on it. And so I stripped all of that off just to kind of see what it was like behind the wall. And funnily enough, I didn't even need my wallpaper stripper. It just peeled off, which was spot on. And then my husband went and filled all the holes in for me and all that jazz and sanded it all down. And I decided I just wanted to go for a white background. Now, anybody who knows me will think that is really weird because I normally go for big, bright, bold. And on this wall here was going to be the boldest, brightest wallpaper you've ever seen. But it is a small room. It's not big at all. And I keep saying I'm going to tell you the measurements and I keep forgetting to do it, but it's not much. It's a couple of meters type of thing, by maybe 2 by 3 meters, something like that. So it's not massive, and it's a little bit awkward because it's got an over the stairs cupboard and the door here and the window over there. So there's only certain ways you can kind of do it. Oh, I'm going to have to go anyway because there's a delivery. Let me just check because I can be nosy. Yeah, delivery. I'll come back to you. Give me a sec. Right, I'm back. I'm out of breath. Running up the stairs. Good God. Sort yourself out. Anyway, what was I saying about the colour of the wallpaper? Was it that? If not, I really apologise. But anyway, because it's such a small room, I decided I was going to go all out white. And I thought, in my wisdom, that was going to be a really easy job because it was only a pale light grey blue on the walls. Everything white, gloss everything, white furniture, and then I can just put pops of colour in as I want, and then I can swap and change it if I want as I get a bit bored, maybe. So that's what I went with, and I'm really glad I did actually, because I did think, am I going to worry? Am I going to be bothered that I don't have something really bright on the wall? But I went for this wallpaper instead, and I love it. And I've had loads of compliments from people on that wallpaper, and it was cheap as chips. £10 a roll, Amazon, can you believe it? And it's just like 3D flowers. So it looks like they're all stuck on the wall, but it's just a wallpaper. It's just a wallpaper. So yeah, I'm suited with it. So I've glossed, I've done the painting, we've done the ceiling, you name it, we've done it. But I wasn't happy because I had to do 4 coats of paint on the walls. Just wouldn't cover it. It was Dulux, scrubbable paint, matte thingamajig. Just going to get the proper scrubbable silk paint next time, I think. But I thought, oh, I'll go all matte and then it'll be really nice. No, I'm not doing that again. It's not happening. 4 coats of paint later. Yeah. Pushed me over a little bit, but anyway, it's done and I'm really glad. So I've glossed. That's why my carpet looks outrageous, because I got my husband to rip up the edges of the carpet so I could gloss right to the bottom, because I'm a bit particular like that. I've tried before, we put the masking tape in the carpet and then try to dig your paintbrush down it and I can't be doing with it. So yeah, that's done. And then today I've had my blind put up there. So I had a local company come in and put my blind in, which I'm super happy about. Again, I was going to go for something ridiculously bright in that window, but I've decided against it and I've gone quite plain, which is a miracle in itself. So what I'll do is I'll stop this and then I'll flip you and then I'll just quickly show you around how it's different to what it was before. Okay. So I'm trying desperately to make sure that I hold the camera the right way up, not like my last video about my sewing room, because as you know, I did it all the wrong way. So, oh, that's my finger, look. Oh, hello, hello. Anyway, ignore that bit because I won't be editing it out. Yeah, so this is it. Oh, will you stop it, Ruan? There we go. How's that? How's that look? Right, so this is my Kallax unit, which is in exactly the same place. It's just had a bit of a revamp. How nice is that? Loving it. There's just a few wires there which pushes me over a little bit, but I'm going to get more books out as time goes to fill that gap. So it'll be okay. This is my old CCTV box, metal one that my husband had, and I've fabloned that, which I think looks a lot better, although it does show up how unwhite my Kallax unit is. But anyway, and these are my little pots, look. How nice does my little plant corner look? And obviously I had to put lipstick on my little guys. So, I mean, that one's a little bit wonky really, but you know, who has symmetrical lips anyway? Might have to put a bit of gloss on him though, because he's a bit matte, isn't he? Anyway, I'm loving my plants. They're from my local shop in the village, or a town. And my little radio, which I love as well. So then down here I've got all my books. They're just my little lavender sachets. Smell gorgeous. And then, oh, a random jar. I think I kept it because it was pink on the lid. Anybody else do that? I'll keep that just in case. And then do we ever actually do anything with them? Probably not. Down here then I have got, oh, there's my finger again, look. My paper patterns. So they're exactly the same as they were before. And then over here are my PDF patterns. And this is what is still work in progress, people, work in progress. If I pull it out and I'll show you. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, look at all them. Still got loads to do. But I've colour coordinated them as well. So all I've done is I've bought A4 cardboard backed envelopes. And then I've just stuck on the, you know, how much fabric you require and the measurements and everything on the back, and then picture of it on the front, and then inside are the instructions, the pattern, and I've also, which I'll try and insert a photograph, bought a PDF download from This Is For Makers, which is like a garment checklist type of thing, so that I can put on there all my notes about what I want to do different next time, etc., how much fabric I did actually use, bloody blah. So I'll put a picture of them in. Down here is just my scrap basket as it used to be. And then here I've just put stuff that I want to be able to reach dead easily. So that's cuffings. What have I got in this one? I can't remember. Oh, that's work in progress. So every time I cut a project up, I'm going to chuck it in here, ready. Don't look at that one because it might give you an idea of what I'm doing for Frugal Frocks. But there is a My Sortis dress ready, cut out under there. So every time I do one, I'm going to pop it in there so that I can just pick a project out and crack on. That's the idea anyway. In here, I have got all things like wadding and fleecy stuff, that type of thing. Insulator, bits that I've got from bag making and stuff like that. And then in this one, I've got all my interfacing and my tracing paper. So I need to go through this and organise it properly because, sorry, loads of rustling. Yeah, I want to organise it all so I know medium interfacing, lightweight, all that lot, and colours. So I need to do a bit of work in there. But other than that, it's actually quite well organised, I believe. So quite happy. And then on the side of here, if anybody's seen my Instagram, you'll have seen that I made some little notebook boards. So they were just a cork board and I covered them in a little bit of wadding and then, or batting, I don't know which is the difference. Anyway, and then I covered them with fat quarters from the So Hayley Jane subscription box and stapled them on with a staple gun and then used ribbon. So that's just like an old Liberty ribbon that I got on a present once. And then I just put all my little bits that I just can't let go of on here. Oh yeah, really chuffed with them. I'd make them again actually. In fact, I could fit another one down here, couldn't I? Oh, there we go. So then over here, I have now got 2 pegboards. Not one, ladies and gentlemen, but 2. Oh yeah. And I think this is the part that took me the longest to organise, in all honesty. Ridiculous. So I've managed to pin up my threads onto the actual board, which is good. And then here's all my overlocker threads. And I bought these amazing pegs from Patterns and Pages. She's awesome. She's got a 3D printer. And after I bought these, I saw that she was also doing them in different colours. Oh, amazing, because you can get them not only for your overlocker threads, but you can get them for your normal threads as well, which is good. And they just pop in like that, and then you shove them on. How good's that? So all my scissors, I've got a little, that's just the same as last time, a little pin thingamajig. Got my little pin badges on. And then up here I've got my hand sewing needles, a little pair of scissors, a little trinket box that my kids bought me once. And over here I've then got ribbons, a couple of shells for my pin cushions. Look, I love a pin cushion. Always seem to be mice, don't they? Really, really mice. Yeah. Anyway, 3 blind mice. And then over here I've got buttons, clips, washi tape, chalk, needles, you name it. There we are. And then all of my tools. Bought a new them. Are they the Prim turning tools? Not used them yet. Looking forward to that. And then I've also got this, which not used yet, but I thought that'd be quite good as like a little project box. So anything that I'm working on, if I've got any other bits and bobs, wang it in there. And then, yeah, up on my wall, I've got my favourite print, which is leopard print is my favourite colour, obviously. And then I've got some of my cross stitches. So Go Big or Go Home, which is from a company called Stitchpiration. I've done one for my friend, a couple of my friends as well. And then I've got my little sewing machine from Crafty Pinup. And then my beautiful lady, which is a DMC V&A one, I think. And there's a few in the series and I've got another one to start. Look at my little finger there. I've got another one in the range to start. And all I did is I just put that on an embroidery hoop and use some more of my Liberty ribbon. Making the most of that, aren't I? And then my actual workspace. Oh, trumpy floorboard again. Honest gov. So this is my workspace. I mean, it's that small room. I'm really struggling to actually do this properly for you. But anyway, it gives you an idea. So I've got a set of drawers over here. And then a really nice big table with 2 long drawers underneath it. That I can put my overlocker and my sewing machine on one and wheel between the 2. How exciting. And because it's carpet, I also bought this thing. Ignore the carpet, it's minging. This thing, that's my foot in my bunny slippers. Just to protect the carpet. Not that the carpet particularly needs protecting right now, but so I can wheel between one and the other. And I don't get it stuck in the wheels of my chair. Just a dirt cheap chair, that from IKEA, I think it was £25. Boom! So for anybody who wanted to know what machines I use, because I think somebody actually mentioned that on my last one, my overlocker is the Brother Lock 2104D and I love it. It's so easy to thread, absolutely amazing. And then my sewing machine, which I've had for about 6 years, is the Brother JK 4000. And again, I love it. But I suppose you always love your machine, don't you? You can't imagine having anything but that, but hey. And then I'm just trying to organise my drawers at the moment. So in here I've got things I want to grab at hand, which is my bobbins and my labels. In here I have got my clapper, my tailor's ham. And in here I've got all my sewing feet. Oh, and my staple gun, that was from when I was doing my boards. And then in the bottom I've got all of my colour coordinated A4 things. So I don't know if I mentioned, I did, didn't I, when I was talking about my actual, if we go back to this. So I've colour coordinated them so that when I've done them all, I'll be able to know and go to them quite quickly. So for example, oh, finger again. White is like tops, yellow's dresses, red outerwear. I think green was bottoms, and orange is kids. So yeah, I thought if I colour coordinate them, it'll be a lot easier. So if I know I want to, I've only got like, I don't know, 1.5 meters of fabric, I can go straight to it and then just pick out something. And then I've got my cutting mats and my rulers down here, just tucked away in that little corner. So I've got loads of storage basically. I think I've gone a bit storage overkill, but hey, who cares? There's my little boys there. They've just got like bits and bobs in, ribbon and things like that. And then I've got these beautiful rainbow bunny tails, which I got from a company called Wild Poses, and I love them. They're beautiful. What else have we got? So in this corner, if I go back a bit to the trumpet floorboard, there we go. I've got my mannequin, and I've also got my newest addition, which is a Hobbycraft trolley, which I love because I can just, she says, I can just drag it out and have it next to me with all my bits and bobs in that I'm working on, or if I've got stuff that I want to make sure I put away. So at the bottom you can see I've got a lot of my PDF patterns that I'm still sorting through, bits of fabric, patterns. Oh, that floorboard, man. And then I can just dump my project. And the reason I got this is because I found that I was just chucking stuff on the floor. Even though I'd got all of this, I was just chucking stuff on the floor because there wasn't enough space here to put everything. So I'm a little bit in love with that. And obviously I had to go for pink. So I've got my lovely mannequin. This is my nice clock, which again, if you've seen on Instagram, is a homemade clock. So all I did was I bought the clock tickerers, the clock hands tickerers. Oh God. Yes, and I put it in an embroidery hoop, again a Liberty ribbon, and I absolutely love it. So as you can see, it's 2:45. And then down here I've got like a little basket at the moment that just has my iron in it, so I can quickly take that out and put it back up. So I'll go over here and then you can see the wall a bit better. La, 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 la. She says try not to smash into everything. So that's my wall and I love it. So I'm really glad I went with just all the white, because then this pop of pink everywhere is just gorgeous. And these are my letters, which you might have seen as well on Instagram. So they're knitted, which are amazing. And you see like tiny little pin there, look, so you can hardly see. Can you see what? Oh yeah, you can see it just there. Just literally knock a tiny pin through the sewing into the wall. You see? So you can hardly see it, but that is so clever. And I will post a link below to the lovely lady on Etsy that did this for me, because she did me a little commission piece and she is awesome. Fantastic service. And then we've got my cupboard. So all I did with this is I just gave it a quick coat of furniture paint that already had primer and everything in it, so it was a 2-minute job with a little roller, which was perfect. But it's brought it up really nicely, so I'm really pleased with that, because that was what I was going to have replaced in its entirety, and obviously the quote was ridiculous, so I can't do it. And then, oh, come to mama, this is my storage. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. So up the top I've got, oh, they're just some presents and things like that, ignore that. A massive IKEA box of craft stuff. So everything that I've got that isn't sewing related, so embroidery stuff or wool or anything like that goes in there. And then I've got a couple of organised things from IKEA. If I drag one down. So that one's my snaps. I can do it one-handed, I don't know. Oh yeah, I can. So that's got my snaps in it and my snap machine and just random little bits. And then I've got one up there as well for hardware. So that's got all sorts of things in it, which is great. And then down here, I've got 2 huge
boxes of scraps. So I've organised my scraps. Anything that was too small has gone into the bag to get put into a poof. Obviously we've got to have a bits and bobs one, haven't we? You know, that you just can't name what it is that's going in there, just bits and bobs, people. Elastic in there. And then I've got 2 bigger boxes, if you can see, in the back, but I haven't put anything on those yet because I'm still deciding what I'm going to do. And then down here is my fabric. So that's all my fabric all in one place. And again, if you've been on to Instagram, you will have seen me do a reel. Yep, people, I did a reel. Can't believe it myself. So just ignore that top that's just thrown on there. That's a top that's too big for me that I want to do something with. So these are amazing. So they pull out. See if I can do it while you're like that. So they go like that, and then you can just pull one off. So you can get more in there. See, I've got an empty one. I've got an empty one, people. Let's get buying some fabric. And then you can just pull it down like that. Move it across. So you can still see all your fabrics, but you can actually pull one of them out individually. I think I'm going to get some more of them, but I've got a lot of bulky fabric at the moment, and that's why these are piled up. I've got a lot of jersey and big like sweatshirt fabric that I'm making stuff for my husband. So I've told myself I'm only going to allow myself to buy one lot of fabric a month, but whether that happens or not, but I haven't actually bought any fabric since that amazing pink and red one, which is a seersucker, and I still don't know what to make with it, and I can't do anything with it because I love it so much. But that's going to get made into something for the summer. So yeah, so I've got all these fabrics. I don't need any more fabrics right now. Let's get making stuff with these. That's the plan. So yeah, super happy with that. Yeah, look at that. And then when I start getting rid of some of this bulk, I might get a couple more of these. But it's quite handy, isn't it, when you've got a lot of sweatshirting or jersey, because it's harder to, it would bulk these out a bit too much. So yeah, and then we just shut that and it all goes away. Piff paff poof. And then down here I've got my Liberty box and everything again, and this is my little homemade doorstop that I made again with little fabric thingies, fat quarters from the So Hayley Jane box. So I'm happy with that. And then on the back of my door is my mini ironing board. So yeah, that's it, guys. Oh, one last thing, didn't show you. Look at that. I absolutely love it. Pink light. So it's really, really dark in here. It's quite hard because I'm behind the light wherever I sit. So obviously I've done this so that I can try and get as much of the natural light as possible through the window. But I've also now got a glass shade just to try and keep as much light as possible in. So I hope you like it, people. I do anyway, so it don't really matter. I'm going to be here loving life this weekend and trying to do more stuff for Frugal Frocks, hopefully. Okay, so that's it. It's done. I can't believe it. I've literally just got a carpet to go down, and that's it. And we're going to have a nice grey carpet like we've got through the rest of the house. So I'm super pleased. Hope you like it as well, guys. And I hope it's given you some ideas. I will be putting a few photos in here and there and a bit of video footage so that you know that it was me that did it. I didn't just have some random person come in and do it. I did it all. And my husband helped me as well, I must admit. So I can't slag him off too much, can I? Because he did help. He did build my furniture and he painted my ceiling for me. And he was my little assistant when I was wallpapering. So, oh, and he put the light thing up. So actually, I'll give him his dues. He's done all right as the lad. So yeah, so that's me done. Can you believe it? Now I can just enjoy it. So I had about 2.5 weeks without a sewing machine, which nearly killed me. But now I'm here. I've got no excuses, have I? So I'm going to go cut some stuff out so that I can sew at the weekend. Dead happy. Dead happy. So thanks for watching, people. And leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Unless it's a nasty comment, I don't want to know. But you lot won't do that because I know you're dead nice. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Happy sewing.